Imagine, if you will, a gateway, a threshold not built by human hands, but shaped by wind, water, and time. It stands in the wild, a natural monument inviting you to step from the familiar into realms that seem drawn from legend. These are places where the ordinary laws of geography dissolve, where the veil between our world and another seems to flutter in the breeze, beckoning the curious heart to journey deeper. Across continents and oceans, Earth cradles secrets in the folds of her landscape, mythical valleys shrouded in mist, cliffs rising like ancient sentinels, and rivers that seem to glide straight from the realm of dreams. Here, the boundaries of reality blur, and nature's artistry flourishes in forms both wild and gentle, mysterious and grand. Each wonder, unique and untamed, whispers its own story to those willing to listen. Today, join World Mystery Wonders as we journey to 15 extraordinary marvels, where Earth seems to forget its own rules, and only awe remains before your eyes. So, which wonder would you choose to explore first? The island of Kauai, Hawaii's oldest and luscious jewel, rises from the Pacific as a living testament to nature's imagination. Here, the Nepali coast thrusts skyward, its jagged cliffs veiled in clouds and cloaked in a tapestry of green so vivid it seems otherworldly. The ancient Himalaya Canyon, often called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, carves a crimson scar through the heart of the island, its depths echoing with the calls of rare birds and the rush of distant waterfalls. Wa Falls plunges down mossy cliffs, its waters catching the sunlight in 1,000 prismatic hues before feeding the rivers that braid through untouched rainforests. Along the coast, beaches appear untouched since time immemorial, where waves whisper secrets to the sand and sea turtles glide through crystalline shallows. The union of mountains, forest, and ocean is so seamless, so harmonious. It feels as though you have wandered into a dream. To walk Kauai's paths is to step through a gateway, not merely into a new place, but into an entirely new way of seeing the world. Here, nature's vibrancy is not just seen, but felt, with every breath of salt-laden breeze. The Grand Canyon, carved by the patient hand of the Colorado River over millions of years, stands as a monument to the passage of time. Its colossal walls, layered with reds, ochres, and golds, tell a story of ancient seas, shifting continents, and cataclysmic upheaval. At sunrise, the canyon fills with mist that clings to its crags, casting an ethereal glow across the chasms, while at sunset, the rocks ignite in fire and rose, a spectacle unmatched anywhere on Earth. The river below snakes in turquoise ribbons, its waters reflecting the ever-changing sky. Standing at the rim, you feel the sheer scale of the landscape, the silence broken only by the cry of a distant eagle or the whisper of wind over stone. It is a place that dwarfs human ambition and invites contemplation of our fleeting place in the vastness of time. To witness the Grand Canyon is to witness the raw, unyielding force of nature, a place where the Earth's memory is etched in stone, and every vista is a reminder of our planet's grandeur and resilience. Set like precious gems in the Andaman Sea, the Kauai Islands dazzle with their dramatic limestone cliffs, each one rising sheer and silent from turquoise waters. Maya Bay, a secluded cove framed by soaring walls, seems untouched by time, its white sands and crystalline sea drawing travelers into a world apart. The larger Kauai Don pulses with life, vibrant markets and colorful boats weaving through a tapestry of emerald green. Just beyond, Kauai Lei remains largely unspoiled, a sanctuary for coral gardens and elusive sea creatures. Underwater, the reefs teem with a rainbow of life, schools of fish flashing in and out of sunlit shallows. While above water, the island's silhouettes are mirrored in the gentle sway of the sea. Here, earth and ocean meet in a breathtaking dance, each view more surreal than the last, and every horizon hints at secrets still waiting to be discovered. Rising above Yosemite Valley, Half Dome's imposing granite face is a symbol of endurance and majesty. Its curved summit, sliced cleanly as if by a giant's hand, catches the first light of dawn and the last blush of sunset, transforming from cold silver to burning gold. The journey to its peak is not for the faint of heart, a challenging hike that winds through ancient forests, past cascading waterfalls, and along sheer precipices. Each step brings new vistas, towering pines, misty glades, and the distant thunder of falling water. The final ascent, up the cables, rewards the intrepid with a panorama that stretches from glacier-polished peaks to the winding Merced River far below. At the summit, wind and silence reign, broken only by the distant cry of a hawk. Here, standing at the edge of the world, you feel both impossibly small and infinitely connected to the wild heart of America. Flowing like a ribbon of jade through southern China, the Li River is a landscape painted in soft watercolors. Emerald peaks rise in improbable shapes, their silhouettes fading into morning mist. Fishermen drift by on bamboo rafts, cormorants perched patiently at their sides, while ancient villages nestle at the river's edge, their rooftops shrouded in legend. As dawn breaks, the river comes alive with light. Reflections ripple across the surface, doubling the otherworldly karst formations in shimmering symmetry. The air is rich with the scent of osmanthus and the distant call of songbirds, heightening the feeling that you have stepped into a living fairy tale. To journey on the Li is to be transported, if only for a moment, into a world where time flows as gently as the river itself, and every bend reveals a new page in an ancient story. Yellowstone, the world's first national park, is a land of fire and water where the ground breathes and the Earth's hidden heart is laid bare. Colorful hot springs shimmer with hues of blue, green, and orange, microbial mats painting the edges in abstract patterns. Geysers erupt in dramatic bursts, sending plumes of steam skyward as if the planet itself were exhaling. Waterfalls cascade through pine forests, their thunder echoing across valleys teeming with wildlife. Grizzlies, wolves, and herds of bison grazing in open meadows. Beneath it all, a vast supervolcano simmers, a reminder that Yellowstone's beauty is born of immense, restless power. To wander here is to witness life at the edge of creation, where earth, water, and fire shape a wilderness, both ancient and ever-renewing. Along New Zealand's northern coast, Abel Tasman National Park beckons with golden sands and turquoise bays. The famed coast track meanders through lush forests, out onto tidal flats that shimmer in the sunlight and along beaches so pristine they seem untouched by human presence. Seals frolic in the surf, while native birds flit through the canopy, their songs threading the salty air. Coves sheltered by emerald headlands offer tranquil waters for kayaking, and, honestly, each paddle stroke reveals new wonders, hidden caves, sculpted rocks, and starfish-dappled shallows. At low tide, the landscape transforms, unveiling intricate patterns in the sand and clusters of shellfish glinting like treasure. Abel Tasman is a place where land and sea merge in perfect harmony, a gentle invitation into nature's embrace. Stretching to the horizon, the Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, a blinding expanse of white under an endless blue sky. After the rains, this vast plain transforms, becoming a seamless mirror that erases all distinction between earth and heavens. Clouds, stars, and mountains float in perfect reflection, creating a landscape so surreal it defies belief. Travelers here become part of the illusion, their shadows stretching across a surface that seems both solid and ephemeral. Salt polygons crunch underfoot, and in the distance, Flamingos wade through briny pools, adding a splash of pink to the monochrome world. At sunrise and sunset, the sky blushes in pastel shades, and the Salar becomes a place where reality and imagination are indistinguishable, a true gateway to another world. At the meeting point of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana rises Mount Roraima, a colossal table mountain shrouded in cloud and myth. Its sheer cliffs soar over 1,000 meters, forming a fortress that guards a unique ecosystem found nowhere else on Earth. The summit is a labyrinth of strange rock formations, crystal-clear pools, and carnivorous plants, an island in the sky that inspired tales of the lost world. Mists swirl around the plateau, veiling its mysteries and honestly heightening the sense of isolation. Only those determined enough to brave the climb stand at the edge, peering into ancient valleys below and feeling the touch of rain carried on winds from another era. To reach Mount Roraima's summit is to step into prehistory, to stand where time itself seems to linger, and to glimpse a world untouched by the passage of ages. Hidden beneath the Arizona desert lies Antelope Canyon, a narrow sandstone passage sculpted by centuries of wind and flash floods. Its walls swirl in graceful curves, glowing in shades of orange, red, and purple as sunlight filters through slender cracks above. The canyon's shifting beams of light transform the stone into a living canvas, and, honestly, each step reveals new shapes and textures. Walking through its winding corridors, you are enveloped in silence, save for the whisper of footsteps on sand. Shadows dance along the walls, their movement as mesmerizing as the canyon's flowing lines. It is a place that feels sacred, a natural cathedral where time stands still and every moment is bathed in the magic of light. Antelope Canyon is a testament to the artistry of water and wind, a hidden realm where geology becomes poetry. Rising from the Anatolian plain, Pamukkale's gleaming white terraces cascade down the hillside like frozen waterfalls. Formed by millennia of mineral-rich hot springs, these travertine pools glisten with turquoise waters, their surfaces mirroring the sky. Ancient Romans once flocked here to bathe, and the ruins of Hierapolis stand nearby, silent witnesses to centuries of healing and relaxation. The terraces shift in color as the sun moves overhead, from soft gold at dawn to dazzling white at midday. Water flows gently from one pool to the next, creating a soothing melody that blends with the calls of distant birds. To stand amid Pamukkale's terraces is to step into a landscape both natural and historic, where the Earth's slow artistry and human history intertwine beneath the Turkish sun. Hidden within Croatia's lush forests, the Plitvice Lakes National Park is a wonderland of cascading waters and vivid colors. 16 crystalline lakes are strung together by a series of waterfalls, each one tumbling into the next in a symphony of motion and sound. Wooden walkways wind across tranquil pools, leading visitors through scenes that seem plucked from a painter's imagination. The waters shift in hue from emerald to sapphire, their clarity revealing a secret world of fish, mosses, and submerged trees. In spring, wildflowers carpet the forest floor, while autumn transforms the leaves into a blaze of gold and crimson. To wander here is to be immersed in a living mosaic, nature's own masterpiece, forever changing yet eternally enchanting. In China's Hunan province, the Zhangjiajie National Forest Park rises in a spectacle of vertical grandeur. Hundreds of sandstone pillars reach skyward, their tops hidden in drifting mists, evoking a landscape from another world. These ancient towers, sculpted by time and weather, inspired the floating mountains of the film Avatar, and it's honestly not hard to see why. Dense forests blanket the valleys below, teeming with rare plants and secret streams. The air is thick with the scent of pine, and the promise of adventure as winding trails lead to viewpoints with vistas that really do defy belief. In Zhangjiajie, nature's architecture is at its most surreal, an endless forest of stone where imagination takes flight and the boundaries between reality and fantasy, well, they just dissolve. Beneath the rolling hills of New Zealand's North Island lie the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, an underground world illuminated by a constellation of tiny living lights. Thousands of glowworms dangle from the cave ceiling, their bioluminescent glow transforming the darkness into a starry sky. Guided by boat, visitors glide in hushed awe through shadowy chambers, watching as the walls and ceilings come alive with ethereal blue-green radiance. Stalactites and stalagmites, formed over countless millennia, frame the glowing spectacle, adding to the sense of wonder. The air is cool and damp, echoing with the gentle drip of water and the murmurs of amazed explorers. In this subterranean realm, the ordinary is left behind, replaced by a magical tapestry of light created by nature's tiniest architects. On the frozen continent of Antarctica, Mount Erebus stands as a paradox, a place where fire and ice exist side by side. This is the southernmost active volcano on Earth, its slopes cloaked in perpetual snow, and its summit crowned by a persistent lava lake. Billowing plumes of steam and gas rise from the crater, a stark contrast to the endless white stretching to the horizon. The landscape is both hostile and hypnotic. Glaciers tumble down the mountainsides, their blue ice fractured by the volcano's warmth, while nearby, colonies of penguins huddle against the wind. The silence here is absolute, broken only by the distant rumble of Erebus itself, a reminder that even in the planet's remotest corners, life and energy persist. To stand in the shadow of Mount Erebus is to witness the raw forces that shape our world, where Earth's ancient heart burns beneath a mantle of eternal ice. As our journey draws to a close, we are reminded that Earth's hidden marvels are not merely destinations, but invitations, gateways calling us to wonder, to curiosity, and to respect for the natural world. Each of these extraordinary places reveals a different facet of our planet's character, from the tranquil glow of subterranean caves to the fiery breath of distant volcanoes. They challenge us to see the familiar with new eyes and to imagine what other secrets remain, waiting to be uncovered. For those who seek adventure, inspiration, or simply a moment of awe, these wonders offer a passage to realms where mystery still reigns. They stand as enduring proof that our world, for all its familiarity, is still a place of magic and surprise, a place where imagination and reality coexist. So, which of these wonders would you explore first? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the world's greatest mysteries.